Hey, yo, 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 good morning. It's your girl Nicole, reloaded, and we loaded up, and we loaded up, and we loaded up with another video. Good morning to you. Insamneakz, wake up. I couldn't sleep. I've been running around here. Well, I've been on my scooter, riding around here on YouTube, and I'm like, what the fire? What the heck then happened on YouTube? People being accused of stealing people's content and all kinds of stuff that's going on here. Okay. The coronavirus got a vaccine that's been made. Well, they're trying to create right now. Down in San Diego. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. You better get your mind on the prize. Step your game up mentally, you know. But it's down in San Diego, and they have a vaccine that they're in the process of making. So
kind of like a college bar. You half expect your feet to stick to the floor as the scent of stale beer lingers inside the second floor lab at Inovio Pharmaceuticals in Sorrento Valley. Research assistant Joseph Fader says the stench is E. coli bacteria used to grow hundreds of copies of DNA medicine.
So one of the ways that I've been explaining it is like, say your favorite fruit is strawberries, right? You like strawberries, but you don't like eating the plant. But you need the plant to grow the strawberries. So the E. coli cells are the plants.
And Inovio is trying to grow life-saving fruit amid a raging storm. As the coronavirus is battering cities around the globe, the company is racing to offer the world a life raft with a DNA-based vaccine. It uses sort of a blueprint of the virus that tells the immune system how to build its defense without ever introducing the germ. Inovio's senior vice president, Kate Broderick, is at the helm.
I got up at 2 this morning, so even today I'm like, oh.
The lead researcher at the center of Inovio's coronavirus vaccine operation says she manages the long days by starting with yoga.
It just helps so much because otherwise your brain never turns off.
And ends the days with what many other working parents use to unwind, a glass of wine, any kind of wine.
A very large one. Don't really care as long as it's got alcohol in it.
But in between those brief moments, she's pushing the vaccine forward. The company has made progress just weeks after an international body in Europe asked it to join the coronavirus vaccine race.
We have now started testing the vaccine in the lab, and we are extremely encouraged by the data that we've generated thus far. It's looking really very promising.
But positive results in a tray don't always mean a vaccine will prevent disease in humans. Inovio's other vaccines for Zika, MERS, and HPV have shown positive results in the first 2 out of 3 trials. But no DNA-based vaccine has overcome that final hurdle. If Inovio does navigate those uncharted waters, it'll generate a master vaccine that can be quickly modified to combat whatever virus is the next to emerge.
So the manufacturing remains the same, the way we formulate the vaccine in the vial remains the same, the way we deliver the vaccine remains the same, but just that tiny little piece of genetic information differs. And so every time we make progress on developing a vaccine like this, we can add that learning to the next outbreak or the next virus that we tackle.
Like with its Zika vaccine, it's still in the second round of human testing, but Inovio reached the first round in only 7 months. Inovio is hoping the coronavirus vaccine will make it there in 5 months. And the steps to get there are happening outside the lab and behind the desk of Stephanie Ramos. The director of preclinical development bounces on a yoga ball that serves as her seat as she compiles the necessary documents to begin human trials. The process is expedited under the outbreak circumstances, so that means a lot of overtime and Indian takeout.
Because you have one Indian meal, you're good for like the rest of the day.
She says the long hours and weekends are worth it because the climbing death toll from coronavirus reminds the researchers what they're up against.
It makes you feel good that you're doing everything you can to do your part to get that vaccine out there faster.
Ramos is approaching this not just as a scientist. A handmade Mother's Day gift sits on her desk.
Oh, I guess what I want to say is we do take to heart what is going into people. You know, we're not just here to say, check, yeah, we did our job, check, yeah, we did it first. No.
A local lab is scrambling to get the coronavirus vaccine out and on the market. It's a race against the clock, but every day Inovio Pharmaceuticals is getting closer to releasing this urgent medicine. News 8's Neda Iranpour went to the lab to find out what it is they're creating.
The eyes of the world watching and waiting for what comes out of this lab. Inovio Pharmaceuticals in Sorrento Valley taking on the crucial task of creating the COVID-19 vaccine. They've done it before for Zika and for the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome known as MERS, even a vaccine for Ebola.
It's something we're trained to do, and say all the infrastructure's here and the expertise is in-house. This was actually published data from the Chinese scientists.
When Chinese scientists released the virus's sequence on January 19th,
what they did, they isolated it and then they sequenced it.
Inovio researchers got to work, and within 3 hours, they had a vaccine.
We have an algorithm which we've designed, and we can basically put that sequence into our algorithm and come up with our DNA medicine in that short amount of time.
Yes, it only took 3 hours for these smart minds to come up with what may stop the global spread of a deadly virus that has all but turned major neighborhoods in China into ghost towns. With tens of thousands in quarantine and suffering from this virus, the urgency of what these researchers are doing is not lost here.
We're really laser focused on this one right now. So this is the plasmid production.
Dr. Trevor Smith takes us into the lab to show us how they're creating this vaccine. So it all starts with this very tiny amount of DNA. They want what they call DNA medicine to multiply in dishes, vials, and vats where yeast and bacteria all mix together to make even more medicine. And that's what's inside this brown liquid, which then turns into a paste. Once it's purified, it would then turn into this clear liquid solution containing that DNA medicine, which would then be used for the preclinical studies. And that's what's happening now. And Dr. Smith says so far so good. The vaccine has been tested on mice and guinea pigs, then it'll be tried on a group of human patients. So how exactly does this vaccine work?
So it's like a piece of biological software.
Meaning it would give your body instructions to create the proper attack in the form of T cells and antibodies against COVID-19. And if all goes as planned, it may be available for mass public use by as early as this summer, which would be record time at Inovio. Neda Iranpour, News 8.
Right now.
Now, isn't that something that this coronavirus vaccine would be ready by the summer? Now, I read that the vaccine, that the coronavirus cannot stand over 80 degrees weather. So I just wanted to come on for a little bit and see what the dealio was. I haven't been coming on in a long time, so I see that my Insamneakz are running around here and there. Good. How you doing, Munch Bar? Anyway, I'm going to go and lay it down. I just wanted to come on here for a little bit. I love you guys. Love you, Munch Bar. I will be back, though. I'll be back. Good night.